All right, welcome tonight, you guys. It is Wellness Tuesday, and we are going to talk about my favorite recipes to make and take, basically, DIYs. And if you don't know who I am Shannon Kellner. I am from the middle of nowhere in Nebraska and have been using essential oils for over 7 years. So I welcome you to this little educational class today. And if you guys have friends, if you guys are watching it live, awesome. I welcome you. Thank you so much for being here tonight. If you're watching it replay on the Facebook page, just put hashtag replay, tag your friends, share it with your friends so everybody gets to know some new ways to use our essential oils. So welcome. Hello, Jessica. Thank you for being here. We're going to go through a couple of them on my favorite sheet. Or my favorite recipes on this sheet. Some of you may have gotten them if you're on my team. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it is okay. We'll share, okay? We'll share alike. So I love DIYs and I love helping people use the oils they have. I was actually just meeting somebody who's not even on my team and sharing ways to use the oils that they have at home. You guys have these wellness toolboxes. They're toolboxes for a reason, right? We talked about like cake batter the other day. You might have all the ingredients, but the cake's not going to make itself. So we just got to learn how to use our oils, and DIY is the way to do it. So I use a lot of different things that are naturally throughout my house, whether it's cleaning products. I'll put oils in my water. I take vitamins every day, right? But I love creating things for my family to take to go. It's not necessarily just a whole bottle of oil, right? So I don't want to send a whole bottle of helichrysum with my daughter Courtney to track. So I might create a paint, like a discomfort, joint tenderness roller or a salve, right? So the salves that I make, they have to be in glass jars, right? The top can be plastic, but you can get these on Amazon or Aroma Tools, those kind of places. And this is a 2-ounce jar. And so it really makes a good amount of a salve. And you could do this for anything for skin healing. If you have, I don't even know, your face cream, if you want to make your own homemade face cream. But I do a lot of discomfort creams in here, like a balm, okay? And I do that a lot. All right, another thing that I use is cleaner spray bottles, okay? We can get these on Amazon as well. We have continuous spray bottles. If you already have an account with doTERRA, we have continuous spray bottles that are made from a really lightweight, very solid plastic. And the spray top doesn't stop, so you don't have to continue to pump it. And I don't know, Jess, if you have them, but they are really nice and super lightweight. I did like contact customer support and I was like, okay, these are plastic. Can we really put wild orange? Like I make like wild orange and citrus, lime, and all those good hot oils, you know, rosemary and clove on guard for cleaning. And they're like, yes, it is made from an amazing plastic. So this is actually my mattress spray. I have eucalyptus, lemon, lavender, tea tree, spearmint, rosemary, and it's got witch hazel and distilled water. So it could be as small as a roller ball, right? Or as big as a big spray bottle, okay? So we're just going to talk about some recipes. And I don't know if you guys have these books. There's a couple different options of books that you can learn how to use essential oils or learn recipes or what they're good for. And a book like this will just go through each oil specifically. So like ginger, it'll tell you the systems, it'll tell you what it'll help with. So these are really great. If you want to get one of these free, message me and I'll share with you how you can get one free, okay? So that is a really good resource. There is also several apps that you can download on your phone to learn what ways to use your toolbox, okay? So my favorite ones that I use on the daily are the respiratory support one. Throughout the year, we need respiratory support in this household, and I'm sure you guys do too. So respiratory support, this is going to be in a roller ball, and we're going to use, hopefully I have all the oils out here. I have I'm probably gonna miss one. All right, so we have Breathe, Copaiba, Eucalyptus, Frankincense is in almost every single one of them. I think I forgot underneath my, I have two oil boxes, you guys, because they don't all fit in one. And so there is a box underneath my laptop. So we're not going to get eucalyptus this time, but there is. So it's super easy. 4 oils, 20 drops of Breathe and Copaiba, and then 10 drops each eucalyptus and Frank. And Copaiba, the reason why Copaiba is in here, people are like probably like respiratory Copaiba. Copaiba really improves or supports every system of our body, so it's going to really support our lungs. Frankincense is a personifier oil, so it also breaks the blood-brain barrier. Super powerful for immunity to help our body or support our body, full-fledged, right? And then we have Breathe, which has all the good stuff in there: cardamom, rosemary, wild orange, all those really good oils. And then adding that punch of extra eucalyptus is powerful for respiratory support. You could also make this into a salve. Okay, so if you have kiddos at home, or if your family needs this more often, if you have seasonal threats, you can add this with maybe even the seasonal threats roller, which is lemon, lavender, peppermint, right? You might just put them together and just make a salve that is to-go friendly. So you don't have to worry about, it really makes it easy. You label them, okay? And an easy way to do it, Label Maker, okay? They have the plastic cover. Great way to do it. Simple, doesn't matter. Put a label on here, even if you have like a business, like a return address label. Just put some tape over top of it, because your oils are going to touch there, or coconut oil is going to rub it raw, right? Or even make it fall off. So make sure you just cover with a piece of Scotch tape, like gift tape, so it's clear. Super easy. So if you have that problem a lot, you need more than just like in your diffuser at night, put it in a roller, 10 milliliter roller, or a big boy, okay?
What do you use as the base for your salve?
Okay, so I use, so if you're gonna do a roller, you need to use fractionated coconut oil. Great question, Jess. If you're going to use a salve, you need to make it get hard, right? So I use organic cold pressed coconut oil, and it is already hard. I use it for cooking sometimes, right? But as soon as you get it in your hand, it melts. Okay, so and when you make a salve, you guys, if you're going to make a salve out of any of these, Happy Ears, Sleep, The Balm, Respiratory, you want to warm up just enough for the coconut oil to get liquid, and then turn off the heat, let it cool. Doesn't have to be cold, but oils can't get hot. Okay, so you're gonna ruin the composition of them. Their chemistry will not be as strong. So you're gonna want that coconut oil to get cooled, and then put in your oils. If you're making a salve, you can put more in them, right? Make it as powerful as you want for adults. Obviously, you're gonna lower it if you're gonna use it for kids, but you're gonna have about 3/4 of a cup of oil in here. Okay, so it's gonna be highly diluted, and that is okay. And then I put them in the fridge to let them to get hard, and then fill it to the top, because it's going to go down just like ice cubes, right? Fill it to the top or just right underneath that rim, and then put it in the fridge, and it'll get hard. It'll stay hard until you use it in your hand. Of course, like Tim travels in the summer, right? He has a van, and I always tell him, like, if you're going to have rollers, oils, or your salves with you, put them in a cooler, okay? Because if it's going to get hot in the summer, you don't want to take your sunscreen out or your after sun salve or whatever, and it get ruined. So just keep it in a cooler, put it in a Ziploc bag, works perfect. They can get cold, they just can't. I mean, you can put them in the fridge, they're fine cold. All right, the next one that we use a lot is the muscle and joint discomfort one. Let me see if I can, you're gonna see some of the similar oils. Frankincense is in this one. Lavender, peppermint, and deep blue. So again, we just have 4 oils, and all of these, you guys, all of these are in the top 10 oils. And so you probably have these if you have started with the top 10 oils. So how many drops? This isn't a 10 ml roller. This is pretty strong, but if you have discomfort, you're going to want it to be pretty powerful, okay? So 20 drops of each of them. Deep blue, frank, lavender, and peppermint. And the reason lavender, you guys, I know you guys are thinking lavender is for calming. Why am I putting lavender in a discomfort or joint health, right? Lavender is super powerful for discomfort. It is an antihistamine, okay? It's in our sinus balm or our seasonal threat balm, right? But it is amazing for discomfort, amazing for muscles and joint support, and amazing for bruising. So it's going to be super healing for the skin. So say you have a wound or you had surgery and it's itchy and it's hurting, rub this around it. Don't go over your steri strips. Don't go right over your incision, but go around it. It's going to really support that. Bruising is going to go away and it's going to help heal that. And that discomfort, that muscle, all that stuff. I just had a friend that had a gallbladder out and I was like, we're making you a roller. She was like itchy, or steri strips were a mess, all that stuff. And the bruising was pretty significant. So yeah, so lavender is super powerful. Peppermint is a driver. So whatever you put peppermint with, it's going to increase, just really drive those other oils in there. Deep blue does have peppermint in there, right? The blue tansy. It is specifically for discomfort. That is great, great oil. And frankincense is amazing, right? It is the king of all oils. So really, if you're going to make something, it doesn't hurt to put frankincense in it. Okay. All right. So that's the discomfort one. Any questions? We've done the respiratory support and discomfort so far. The reason that I got started with doTERRA was head tension. So we are going to talk about that. I know we just talked about discomfort, but this one's a little bit different. And there's been a little bit of talk about, and I don't have the oil in here, about past tense. But past tense is an amazing blend, and doTERRA is fixing the cap. So you might have gotten an email, Jess. I don't know if you've purchased past tense in the past. They just need to change the cap, and doTERRA is changing the cap just like deep blue, right? We're not supposed to drink deep blue, so there is a child-friendly cap on the top of it. That is it. It is still a good oil. It's still powerful and unique for that. Great for neck and head tension on the back of your shoulders, the back of your neck. It just really relaxes you. Even for if your head just hurts, okay? Even if you just smell it sometimes or just put it on your temples, it's going to reduce that. Or really good for anxiousness, okay? So all those oils in there are just going to kind of calm you down. If you didn't have, let's see, you don't necessarily have to use past tense, but that's like the base of it. So the base of the skull, like we said. My go-to all the time, like, and you guys, I don't get head tension. It is a very rare occasion. Extremely dehydration, extremely tired, that kind of stuff. But if I do get head tension now, I put 1 or 2 drops of frankincense on my thumb and I hold it to the roof of my mouth for like 30 seconds. And seriously, if you guys, and you know how long it takes for head tension to go away, you know how horrible it feels and your stomach gets gross and right? You need a dark space and you can't really do things. And so it just really calms the vessels in your head and you can just feel them relaxing, okay? It is great, just like a brain freeze. You think about frankincense like a brain freeze. My first go-to when I first started with doTERRA was deep blue, okay? That's all it took. Deep blue on my temples and deep blue on the base of my neck. And my head discomfort went away and I was like, hook this girl up, okay? Super simple. You don't have to make a blend. If you have significant problems, make a roller of all 3 of those. Not going to hurt you. Past tense is super strong, undiluted roller, okay? Actually, it's not a roller anymore. It's actually a bottle of oil. So it's going to look like this, okay? It's going to be like a regular bottle of oil. You can create a roller out of that. Just make sure you keep it in your purse or away from your littles, because they shouldn't be, you know, littles just shove everything in their nose, or they taste it, they lick the rollers, whatever. So just make sure you have it up, just like Deep Blue, right? It has a child-friendly cap on it. Superb for head and neck tension. So any questions about that? So that wasn't really a DIY, but that was just like 3 different things you can use to help you, super easy. And you get Deep Blue and Frankincense in your top 10 kit, right? So you probably already have those. I was trying to come up with some things that you might just have in your toolbox, right? That you just don't use as much. So and if you don't have kids or you don't have littles, the other day I was walking yesterday. We walked and it was so windy, and I had a stocking cap on, but my ears were like ringing because the wind was just howling. And so this would have been a really good recipe, and we're going to talk about it. Most people think about it for little kids. Earrings, you know, their ears get all funky, they get crabby, they start crying, or when people are teething, you know, kids are teething, they have that pressure and then it affects their ears. But yesterday I needed to add me a little basil in my day. So this one is super easy too. So it's some of the same oils, except we're adding some basil. So lavender, basil, and tea tree. It's in here somewhere. Simple and effective. 3 oils. You get tea tree or melaleuca. I am so used to saying melaleuca. And lavender in top 10 kit, right? Antihistamine, cleaner of all things, fungus, health, gut, emotions, all the things, right? And then you're going to add the basil. And basil is super powerful for everything with your ears. We also can cook with it, right? But it is great for supporting our body when it's not doing well. Diffused, ingesting, you can put it on a cotton ball. Don't put oils in our ears. You can absolutely drop a drop of each of them on a cotton ball and just stick it right where that your little flap thing is, and then just go to sleep, and you will feel much better in the morning. It is great and powerful. Or you can put them into a roller ball, a 10 ml roller ball, right? In a 10 ml, it's 20 drops of each. You want it to be less. If it's a kid friendly, 5 drops each, right? If you are super sensitive to oils, do 10. Like I personally don't use 20 drops of an oil in a roller ball unless it's a discomfort one. Just because I think that just needs to be a little more powerful. I don't think you need 20, because 1 drop of peppermint is like 28 cups of peppermint tea, right? They're super powerful, super charged. They're going to do the job they need to do. So you don't necessarily need 20. If you get more than 10, it is absolutely fine, you guys, okay? All right. The next one here, we're going to talk about one more, well, maybe 2. Energy and focus and digestive. Because I see a lot of clients in my spot here with digestive needs, okay? And our go-to is digestin. We just know digestin works, and we use it. We have a lot of array of products from the digestin line. Digestive tabs, we have the soft gels, we have the oil, and then we have the products, right? The probiotics and the supportive. But one, if you, I don't know, I actually did take, because I was I don't even know, having some issues today. Peppermint beadlets are amazing, great to have in your purse. Simple, easy, on the go. They're great. But I love digestin, and wild orange. And it just really, I don't know, wild orange helps you like cleans out your system, right? Every citrus oil, you drink them and it flushes your system, it energizes you. But you were going to put this in a roller. So 20 drops of each, digestin and wild orange, and it's going to be a powerful antidote for tummy troubles, okay? It's going to be great to help you with your stomach. You can roll on the bottoms of your feet too. So when you put oils on the bottom of your feet, it's almost like you're taking them sublingually, because our pores on the bottom of our feet are a lot bigger and it gets into our system a lot quicker. I roll everything digestive support in my belly button. It goes really fast, and I rub it on the bottom of my feet, and then I will drop digestion under my tongue as well. Digestion tastes, excuse me, like black licorice. So does fennel. Okay. So if you don't like black licorice, it might not be your jam. I don't mind black licorice, so it is fine for me. But if you have stomach discomfort significant, you're like, I don't even care what it tastes like. We're just gonna do this. You can absolutely put it in a veggie cap as well. Okay. So we do have these veggie caps. The bottle comes with like 160 of them in there. You open them up, drop your oils in, you won't taste them. Okay. Put them together and then just take them when you make them. All right. Sleeping. Sleep is a big deal. I have different recipes for this throughout, but this is going to be a simple recipe. So serenity and breathe. And some people are like, why breathe? Because some people have sinus needs, right? Some people have respiratory, a little bit clogged, whatever. And so it's going to help you breathe better, and you're not going to wake up like not being able, coughing, or your nose is plugged or whatever. So this is a diffuser recipe. Okay. So you're going to put a couple drops of serenity and a couple drops of breathe essential oil in your diffuser. It's going to open up your airways. Ladies, if your husband is a snorer, you will get to sleep. This is a win-win, right? Everybody can sleep. Everybody's marriages might be better in a couple days if you start using this recipe. So that is a really good one. Great for the diffuser. Couple 2 or 3. I'm a dumper, but couple 2 or 3 drops in your diffuser. And then you can absolutely, let's see, what does it say on here? Because I do different ones all the time. So balance and serenity. So we're still using serenity, and we're going to add balance. Okay. It's also a 15 ml bottle. It comes with a couple of our enrollment kits. Both of these oils do. We're going to put this in a 10 ml roller. Okay. This is also going to be user friendly throughout your day for calming, but you're going to use this blend 30 minutes before you go to bed. Okay. Because you're going to have to start that night routine so you get good quality sleep. And serenity actually comes in soft gels. So I would recommend taking 2 of them 30 minutes before you go to bed. When you start your diffuser in your bedroom, closing your door so it gets all nice and good in there. And then take your cup of serenity with your last shot of your favorite citrus and head to bed. Those are really great. So we've talked about respiratory, discomfort, happy ears, even if you're an adult that's walking in the wind, right? And sleep. So the last one is energy that we're going to talk about today, because everybody's like, I need my metabolism raised. The sun is coming out. I still want to nap at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, right? We're trying to get all the things done. And I think that it's tax time. I don't know if you saw my picture. I had a huge pile for my tax because I hadn't started until like 2 days ago. Procrastination is my middle name. So energy and focus, again, super simple. Peppermint and wild orange. Okay. Love these 2 oils together. I love them diffused together. It is amazing. So wild orange, elevating your mood, and peppermint is for focus. Like absolutely, if you're studying, if you're trying to get your taxes done, diffuse these 2 oils, right? It'll keep you awake, keep you sustained, keep you focused, and a little happier to sit there and do hours and hours of taxes. It's a fun job. Do you guys have any questions? That was a lot, but I just wanted to get through a few of them. There is more on this list, you guys. I send this out. There is a couple different ones of my favorite recipes, but those are the top ones that everybody talked about on the poll that I did a few weeks ago on our Facebook page. Great oils. A lot of them come in your top 10 kit. There is a couple additions like basil that might not be one that you normally use. If you have had basil and you're like, I don't even know what to do with this, there you go. It's really great for your ears, really great for your kiddos. You can cook with these oils, you guys. So if you have a citrus oil, if you have oregano, if you have basil, lime, coriander, if you have those oils, you can use them in your recipes. Just remember, like black pepper, coriander, like those other seasonings we got, the food recipes, you just need a 1 drop. 1 drop might even be too much of black pepper. So oregano, you don't want the whole thing to just really taste like oregano. Dip a toothpick in it and then put it in your soup, right? I really like them. Thyme's the same way. We don't always have our spices, and we can absolutely replace them with an oil. So there is a lot of them. doTERRA is the only oils you can really ingest because they are certified pure tested grade oils, and they will say on the back of every single oil what you can do with it. So there is no guessing game. If it's lime, it'll say, if you can ingest it, it's going to say supplemental facts. You can't, it won't. If you absolutely cannot ingest it like this, it's going to have a safety cap on it. Okay. Just a couple, like 3 ways to use essential oils. We've talked about diffusing a lot, right? We've talked about topically, using a roller ball or a jar, right? The last one is ingesting them. So I did briefly talk about using citrus oils throughout your day. That's the best way to keep healthy, foundational health, right? You're going to want to use a glass or a Yeti cup. A lot of people just use a mason jar. But don't forget the straw. The straw still can't be plastic, okay? So you're going to want to just drink out of it or get a stainless steel straw. They have them all over now. I know that I have a friend that does Norwex. I get my straws from her. And so there's really great ways those are the 3 ways you can use your oils, but just remember those safety tips, right? Last safety tip, because we are getting to where, well, I hope the sun is going to come out. I mean, it is shiny, makes you want to go outside, but it is cold and windy here in Nebraska. And I hear there's going to be snow Friday. So super fun track season time. So when it does really get sunny out, citrus oils and sun do not mix, okay? They're not sun friendly. So we're not going to put, not that we would really, but we're not going to put lemon above our shirt, right? So we got to think about bergamot I use for perfume all the time, okay? We're not going to put it anywhere. If I'm going to get hot in the middle of the afternoon and put my hair up in a ponytail, I'm not going to put it on the back of my neck, okay? So the only citrus oil, you can drink them, it's fine. That was really cute. But you don't apply them to your skin anywhere or your diffuser bracelets. You can put them on a necklace as long as you have a shirt, right? Because they're sun sensitive. The only one that is not is green mandarin, and that is because it's picked green, okay? So I do use a lot of citrus on my diffuser bracelets, my diffuser jewelry, because it uplifts me throughout the day. So I love green mandarin, lime, bergamot, wild orange. I love those all the time. So in the summer, they're big toe friendly, okay? That's where I put them, or I'll smell them out of the bottle. Just for safety tips. You won't like it. It's not very fun. So no worries though, you guys. Breathe is okay. Some people have asked me that too. Like I use Breathe on my chest, right? You're going to dilute it because it's going to go under your skin better. If you're going to put it topically, you're going to have a dilution. Like the roller ball is going to have fractionated coconut oil in it, right? Breathe has lemon in it, right? It's fine. There's not that much in there. It's going to get there. So you're going to dilute it anyway. Just those kind of things. Because it'll say on there. It does say, like, stay out of the sun for, when you look at like lemon, you look at online, it'll stay out of the sun. But it has a blend of all the other oils, right? So anyway, do you have any questions? Just do you have any questions before we stop the recording?